I'm John Fox and welcome to the Proximity. I'm having a Disco Elysium adventure with this lovely fellow who looks absolutely miserable. I guess he was always miserable though, that's the point of the expression's a lie. But, I mean, I feel like the sideburns probably helped as well. Oh god. Anyway. I ran all the way over here so I could see if these people changed.
Yes? What is it?
Wait, is he police? Me? No, I'm a man with sunglasses. I wear sunglasses inside, sunglasses and a fucking wig. Okay. Just looking out for you? No one. The man looks at her. Just a man with sunglasses and you are... a horse-faced woman? I definitely shouldn't say that. Something about the man with sunglasses and you. The energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
Oh. Okay, seeing if there's anything new. I assume they're related. Alright, we have more to say about this though. Okay. The person who shot and hanged. The person who we think shot him made it look like he was hanged. That we're looking for. We can't find her. Well, where have you looked for her? Well, she may be on the coast. West of here, through luck. The place is ruined from the bombardment. A lot of places to hide there. Oh yeah, hey, why am I telling you these things? I don't know. Why are you? He gives you an odd look. Oh god, there's more. He looks at you in disbelief. You want something more? Alright. He looks at... no, he's probably my boss. Anyway, I thought there'd be more than that. Oh, there's this fellow. The smoker. Hey, gendarme. Another rendezvous. There he is again. The smoker on the balcony. Right there in the whirling and rags. Am I wearing a tie? Hello, adjust your tie. Hello, hello. So what brings you there? And what is it about the way he carries himself? He's so different. What are you doing here? Admiring the atmosphere, he smiles. What about you, officer? I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me. Maybe you should figure it out, detective. Tell me again about the muscular type who came to investigate the crime. What? I met your Sunday friend. You did? No smile adorns his face. How did you like him? I didn't. He's a government official. I don't trust governments. Ah, shoot. He bursts out laughing. Why not? How is he staying at your place in the middle of the night? He has keys, and he likes the view. He waves gently with his cigarette-holding hand. To the sea, I mean. Who is he? A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He smiles and seems melancholic. He can always return. Return where? To his opportunities in Occident, Sir le Chef, still. He breathes in and keeps his lungs filled for a moment before letting it out. His coming and going brings some life to the village. Was it just money? I don't know. There's at the bar. What are you? You two? Friends, I told you, Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. What does it mean, a Sunday friend? He sighs, that he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. Is that even a friend? It is on Sundays, smiles. I don't want to talk about other people, I want to talk about you. What about me? Tell me again about the muscular type who came to investigate the crime. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going going through the entire building, asking questions. What did you tell him? Nothing. I didn't see anything. Did you tell him about your friend? He takes another drag of his cigarette before knitting his brows. What friend? Your Sunday friend, the witness. No, I don't think it came up. What did he look like? Muscular, handsome. He shrugs nonchalantly. Strong, like one of those military types. Was he alone? Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. His earpiece? Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear? What was he wearing? Just reporting back whatever What was he saying, sorry? Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits? Oh, let me think. Turns his eyes upwards in recollection. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. Sounded vaguely oranges. Closes his eyes. Not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely oranges. Oranges? Yes, isn't it? It's Y. Thanks for the information. Composure 14, legendary. He's so different. What is this about the way he carries himself? I know where this is going. It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about the physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here. Fair enough. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go back to the interesting place. I wanted to see if things had changed. They had a little. You put your cups there, John. Then you're not clunking the table. There's something down there. The musty smell of potato cellar springs emanates from the air vent. This Poste Laventia mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffitio. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. Save. Because I think I can heal with it.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
This is the man with pissed fascist written on his back.
If I were a real skull right now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant fuck the world.
Snazzy shit ripped skull mobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could like hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads, scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of the presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs. Who are the skulls? You don't know? What kind of cop are you? Not a question, don't get into it. I'm so glad you asked. The question was rhetorical, he replies, raising his open hand. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the best men... There's some French in there somewhere. Besmerty. The Immortals are the West Revacholian crime syndicates. The nastiest bunch of psychos ever, jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases. Possessing an... I probably should read it in their voices. Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, and infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi. Non-verbal? If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word. Lieutenant's voice is calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm. They usually occupy burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles. Oh, I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive. You know anything... You guys know Cindy the Skull? The young man's eyes glaze over as he mocks in a voice filled with longing. Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull. Yeah, the other guy lights up too. A true artist of the future, just like Arno van Eyck. By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards, he adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting. All their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient towards them. Who's Van Eyck? Old man, it doesn't matter. You'll be long gone before his greatness is recognized. A young woman kneels on a sheet of ice as if looking for something lost ages ago. She bends until her right ear touches the frozen water. She listens to it crack slowly. Cool. It's because I've upgraded my shivers a bit, I guess. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm pretty up now. Hey, I'm only 42. Holy shit, that's even older than I thought. He bursts out laughing. You fucking ancient man. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm pretty old. Yep, he nods enthusiastically. Old as fuck. Yeah, man, it's like at death's door. No wonder you know nothing about the future. You won't be there. Judging by that, Van Eyck is some sort of musician or killer. Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez? Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. Lieutenant replies instead. That's why there isn't much organised crime around here. Because there essentially already is. Don't worry about that. We're going to make up for the deficit. Yeah, we are. The young men exchange approving nods. Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a part of the Skulls or not? We're not franchised Skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our names out there, we'll get a chance to join them. What makes you think that the organisation will accept you? Because we're just as psycho and vicious. We can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see. You'll see for sure once we're in. It'll be the last thing you see before the void consumes you. Throw him off his game. You don't feel very scared. No, I don't. Are you sure a skull would say that? He looks confused. Well, yeah, I mean, we're only saying practice things for now. We don't mean no harm to the Skulls brand or to you. This is definitely something the Skulls would say, and we're not trying to encroach on the Skulls brand in any way. On the contrary, we're here to market to it. But you're just pretending to be as nasty and as vicious as the Skulls. Hey, we can be just as hard, like a pavement on top of pavement, or brick on top of another brick, or grave on top of another grave. These kids have the vocabulary, but might be missing a brain. Wouldn't a grave on top of a grave be a big hole? What's hard about holes? Filling them up, baby! Thank you, electro-chemistry. Enough about the scullery, then. There's a longing glance at the kinema. What's with the jackets? What about them? Why does your jacket have piss fascists on it? I know it doesn't say that. And I'm pretty sure if you become gay cop, which is something looks like you can pursue up there, I think that gets unstarred. Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterises me as a person, even though the statement has character, and I do like piss. The word piss fascist epitomises the struggle taking place in the world, things being defined as they seem, not as they are, and I guess it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit it catches the eye, and since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is the imperative. That medium itself conveys the message. There you go. Makes sense. And what I mean by this is we are all piss fascists, and that the world is inherently meaningless. Though he seemed lacking in vocabulary, it seems that the young man has expertise in at least one field, even if it is rather narrow. Why do you have "fuck the world" written on your jacket? Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for the so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship, the thrill of the chase, hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. I'm wondering if the poetics came the jacket or if they derived from something else entirely. Catch a fish, you need to haul the lure many times. Even if it isn't certain that you'll get anything, you blow up the lake though. Blow it up! You'll get more fish in shorter time. And for time is of the essence, and fleeting ever so quickly. One must think of a way to fuck the whole world, not get caught up in some fucking one. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing, and that to me feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void. Hate to admit it, but in a weird sort of way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that these two badass jackets... that we have two badass jackets and two badass cops? Hey, Kim. Yes? What do you think about that jacket? You think it's a coincidence? What is? That there are two of us and two of these jackets? The lieutenant looks confused. What are you implying? You know what I'm implying. No, I don't. What are you implying? Are you more of a pish fascist or a fuck the world kind of guy? Neither. Come on, Kim, it's a mental exercise. Fine. If only to end the discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were already to be down in that path, I think pish fascist is the stronger of the two statements. That works. I feel like a fuck the world kind of guy. Seems about right, Lieutenant Marks, especially considering your heroic exit attempts. There's an origin story for dynamic duo right there. So are we done here, or? One of the jacket owners asks impatiently. You don't need to be around us for your secret whisper party, do you? Oh, I want to get... I want to get the jackets. It's such a terrible idea. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Point to the yard. Murder? Man was hanged in the backyard of the Welligan Rags. Yeah, sure, we'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. He clears his throat. He was a man. Also, he was hanged. Anything else? He was hanged from a tree. Yeah, I mean, duh. These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along. Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything? This sounds like epistemology. I feel so occupied by thought that it begins to question the thought itself. However, there is no way these young men could possibly be aware of her work. I know that you don't know shit. Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind the hostel? What if it's art? Or a mere spectre? That could be the case, yes. A brilliant work of art. Lieutenant raises an eyebrow, but does not comment. Let's give it a go. I'm not going to wear the jackets, obviously. Half-light. Ask for the jackets for yourself and the lieutenant. These guys are scary. You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying, or both. Just ask him, maybe? I feel like Half-Life was quite nice there. Gentlemen, I need your jackets. Why? Look at the shit I'm wearing. Yeah, like you said, total shit. What about it? There's a spark of sympathy in the youth's eyes. Didn't say that. I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people. It's depressing. Lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform. Please? Fine, fuck it. The young man takes his jacket off. Here, take it. I can't handle this sad shit. Continue. It's true, he simply can't. It's called empathy. Wow, I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride. Fuck that. You're not getting mine. The other one snaps at you. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge. No, he won't. The lieutenant is likely amused by the situation. Wait, world fucker, you've got a rich dad? No, he looks startled. He likes a like a volunteer lawyer, a total bitch, cites law and does the dishes. You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket. Fuck him anyway. We don't need his rich dad jacket. Turn to Kim. Fuck it. We don't need the other one. You said you're more of a piss fascist kind of guy, so I've got the jacket for you. I'm not wearing that jacket. But don't you want to express your individuality? You already am expressing my individuality. Still, it's good to know we can have it, should the needs arise. The need will not arise. Look at this cute shit. The dark-haired youth points to you, then turns to his friend. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us. Fuck, I'm just sorry, man. Hangs his head in shame. I just don't like confrontations, that's all. Kind of feel a bit mean. +1 drama and -1 authority. I love that we managed to get this ridiculous coat. Oh, I want to check something quickly. Right.
Yes?
Cool.
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Give me those shades you recommended. Try them on. Bought these are hideous. Okay, no. Right.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Find your hands deep in the tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that makes your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. Box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money. I think there was something around here I could do. Or was it that? But I need some speakers. Right. Let's go across. Now the real work begins. It's clever because, like, I was guaranteed to find that car as well. I mean, that there was a trail. Right, let's check in here. Oh, nothing in there. Oh, hang on. The shot couldn't have come from here. The trees block the way. Oh, I think that's the bottom of the map. This ruddy, huge map. Bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting. Lieutenant looks down at the streets. Consider benches after we solve the murder. Let's go. Okay.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
He spreads his arms as if wanting to embrace you. Does he actually know you, or is he a shopkeep friendly? Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. Also I have speed. And by speed I mean amphetamine.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real? He friend brings out 1 litre bottle with bluish liquid. The mouth is corked shut. It's real valuable, worth every real if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. Not let him speak. You know, it's funny actually. He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his pilsner and stares at you intently. He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze. What is? What? Keep him talking. What do you... What did you think was funny earlier? This guy, he says. He shakes his index finger at you. Conversation might bring a discount, no? Where did you get the bottle of spirits from? Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. Got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before you. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. His voice rings with pride. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. That's a good tip. I should remember it. It really isn't, he croaks. In a week, the goddamn kidney started giving me all kinds of hell. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those assholes, he gets visibly angry. Those assholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. Assholes. The idiots left me alone in there. Now I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies. Gets an excited gleam in his eyes. Wiped 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. He shakes the bottle. 98.7% pure alcohol. Almost. Two I almost sold to these fine gentlemen here. He nods at his companions. But this last one is yours, for 3 real if you want it. Don't say it. I think it will prove useful, yes. 3 real and it's yours, friend. Deal of a lifetime. Well done, you got it. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now. I probably shouldn't have it though. Mike, here's the money for the spirits. Hand you the bottle. Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend. If you drink this, then you will die. That's a fact. That's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it to the pawn shop for a profit. Thanks, Logic. Friend, amphetamine? Amphetamine, I mean speed. I think you didn't hear me when I said I'm a police officer. Sure did, buddy boy. He taps the side of his nose. That's why I said, amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean amphetamine. I got both. I thought by speed you meant amphetamine. Aye, that's what I said. Right, got it. Good, good, my man. He takes a chug from his beer bottle. Now what can I offer you? Quite the business venture you've got set up here. Oh, he gets a good proud gleam in his eyes. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard. What do you mean? You see, friend, he raises his index finger. Man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquid liqueur equise. Sold 2 to a fellow around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And now look at me now. I got everyone on my hook. He spreads his arms and smiles crooked, toothless smile. The hook? Where is it? I can't see it. I'm already hooking for Kuno, I think. Impressive on... No, hang on, that's capitalism. Looks like you're on your own hook, too. Of course, of course, of course. The drunk raises his pilsner and nods. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people. And do we know each other? Your friend, you know it. He points a finger pistol at you and squeezes the trigger. That's not how you do that. Or whatever. Oh, I'm saying I'm doing that wrong, not the game. Idiot Doom Spiral. The track-suited man waves his hand at you. Don't mind old Rosemary here. He's a buffoon. Let's have a word after you high-concept transactions. I'll give you the lowdown. I'm off. In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeeper, friend. But come back anyway. He waves you off. There you go. It is profitable.
Don't go, Abigail.
Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away. The noxious odour emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her, you hear? Don't call Abigail.
Who's Abigail?
Oh, Abigail. Dump your fucking car, Abigail.
He draws out a disgusting snort, then mumbles, waving a finger in your general direction. Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it better or worse. You're not going to get anything from this guy. He's too drunk. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. This guy's a little too drunk. Tell me about your friends. He glares at you. Don't you fucking call her, you hear me? His voice trembles with every word, becoming weaker. Abigail whimpers in the end. Okay, let's not be me. I'll call Abigail. Whimper softly.
Hey, Tequila!
A 30-something man clad in two-piece lycra tracksuit, puts down his pilsner and extends a hand.
Good
in
to
greeting.
see ya! How's business? How's the old reality situation treating ya?
Can I get
So
an
what's
hand?
happening?
Wait,
Yeah,
Tequila?
Tequila Sunset. How are the high concept reality based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or the leader of the 4th Street Gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later. Don't know. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used
It's
to
good
that.
to hear you on top of things. Talking about the youth, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker?
He thoughtfully picks at his shit-stained lycra jacket.
Sadly, things ain't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of arse back. No word from my business buddies.
Takes a sip from his beer. This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good high-concept conversation at last. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately? Can't really remember seeing any woman after losing my keys. It's a touchy subject. He hasn't gotten laid in ages. He really has no idea who Ruby is, sire. What do you guys do around here? We're saving the world. He looks at his comrades. Please don't call, begs the man in the pipe. Oh, we're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity and willpower. That didn't work out. So it's a pirate's life for me. What is a tequila sunset? You keep saying it. It's you. You're tequila sunset. How do you know this? We've met before, don't you remember? Nope. No. Aha! He takes a sip from his beer. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be? Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there. For some reason the name Tequila fills me with foreboding. Maybe I shouldn't learn what it means. You think you feel bad now? Wait till you've heard the story. No, you need the wisdom. Go ahead. Let me take a sip to moisten my cords. Takes a sip, big sip, then begins. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you, the man, the myth. Was I alone? Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. Takes another sip, then continues. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get pissed drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's a pretty high concept if you ask me. That sounds like me. Does that sound like something you do? Yes, probably. Lieutenant Powers furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can. What happened then? It was late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7, makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. You remember the sound of wood cracking? Billboard. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anyone owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Naturally. Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by the real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at a top speed. Sounded like somebody jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you, right there on the beach. You revved to the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. The time hath come! So naturally, being curious cat I am, I asked, what time hath come? To which you replied, the time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things. Every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset will break the looms of reality. Yeah, looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and ploughed right off the jetty through the ice. Your hand cramps on the steering levers. You ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some sort of sea monster. When we finally got you there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common. Recognising a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing. You told us it was your name now, and insisted that we call you that from now on. Tequila Sunset, huh? Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I agree. How long did we party for? Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Rivacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up and left without saying anything. Wow, that's quite her story. Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him. If only you knew. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was? Kept apologising for being such a bad cop, for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you. Ah, I know what this is. This is why he's day 3. I guarantee he changes the words he says depending on how you've played the game so far. I guarantee it. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying stupid, stupid, stupid. Did we talk about politics? Yeah, you kept talking about the old how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve. Taking a long sip of beer. Did I say anything about the case? Yeah, you said it was no biggie, that you'd solve it in no time. He takes a strong quaff of his beer, and that you didn't need anyone to do it, that you're doing it solo now. A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism. He meant it as a joke. He's not sorry for hermit cop. Ow. Completely misread that. It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop. Oh, I see. Did I say anything about my colleagues? You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style. It's more like you were cramping theirs. No specifics though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show. Did I mention losing anything else? Besides your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope, your heart, or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too. That's a big one. Did I tell you anything specific about the person that fucked me? You're pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too. Please don't open that door. No one's fucked me. I do the fucking round here. Abigail. It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit. I don't need to hear anymore. You know, it's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Be seeing you. No, I've got time. Hang on. Seemed like you're characterised by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime? Whoop-de-doo. So I'm a fucking storyteller, he says, slapping his knee. Right, why not? Better than a beach bum. Yes, tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral. Benz, really? Are you willing to help me out? Gleam in his eyes, the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar. You might get scammed here. I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot. Now, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution, a little motivational package. What do you need? Booze, did you already forget our party? He taps his finger to his temple. The thing I relayed to you earlier? Have you got anything good for old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for the story? Seems fair to me. Don't give him the medicinal spirit, John. That would kill him. Give him the Commodore Red. Got some sweet Commodore Red. Classy. He snatches the bottle and pushes the cork through the bottleneck. Before he can start, one of the other bums interjects. Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that? Oh, cool, Abigail. Shut up, guys, I'm telling a story here. He turns to you. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder / junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I just landed a major contract with an insurance firm. Go on. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I call a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, and the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me, so I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane. Wait, how many people did you have working for you? 22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours. Did the jogging help? Did. With my trusty Sanskaresk tracksuit, I felt I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit, he says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his shit-stained jet pants. What happened? One day I left on my evening run, As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets. He shakes the bottles, makes a ringing sound. His eyes are clouded, dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes. I remove the key ring and put the keys on the front gate and the apartment into different pockets. Stop the jangling, you see. At least that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly. How wet are we talking exactly? Wet, okay? It was raining really hard. There's a trace of derision in his voice. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass. Say nothing. Reality was looking rather grim just then, me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of the apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realised I'd also forgotten my apartment keys. You've got to be shitting me. He turns his head towards the skies and says, I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I had taken the key to the office. What happened next? I rang my neighbours' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment, someone chats you up. 5 minutes later, you bought a box of edible lingerie and strap-on. I don't begrudge him, especially since I was known to be one of the best. Pauses meaningfully. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Just then I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. When I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years. My girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. Company, well, see where I'm going with this. You've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? He takes a long swig of his drink. Wait, is that it? I feel like there's some steps missing. Tequila, I thought about this series of events for a long time. If there's anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now. Why didn't you go to the authorities? Well, at one point they came to me. But you know, I didn't have any ID on me, so they tossed me in jail for 2 days. I can't say increase my faith in the RCM. No offence, gentlemen. He shakes his head. I literally can't believe it. Me neither, Tequila. When I lost my keys, I lost more than access to my apartment. I lost my leverage over humanity. Well, I wasn't a high-concept creative director anymore. I was some homeless asshole with a premium like lycra tracksuit. Can't imagine what that does to a man's confidence. Turns his eye to the bottle. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty one this case. Be seeing ya. You too, Tequila Sunset. That's good. I like that. We'll talk about that more in the next episode. I'm going to let you go. I've been John Proxy. Well, this is the proximity which we're now leaving. Thank you for watching.